Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the next TLC. I'm not actually sure what number it is, but anyway, here we go. I think it's number 17. So yeah, I'm here today. My name is Artanis, and I'm here together with Catspaw. Catspaw, how are you doing, man?
Hey, how are you, man? I hope the audio is fine, just in case if any of you have any complaints about somebody being a little bit too loud or too quiet, then let me know.
Yeah. Alright, so we're going to go straight into the first game right here, which is going to be Dewalt against Bakuryu.
Ooh,
So yeah.
Big one, a big match, definitely.
So we're going to go and start it right away. So yeah, we've got Dewalt, our brown Protoss in the bottom right corner, facing off against Bakuryu, who is the orange Zerg in the left location.
Alright, let's see. So we have, let's see, this is Moonglavi. Now, it's an interesting map, especially because of the small two entrance. Like, normally you have only one entrance to your natural, but in this case you have two. So definitely if Dewalt wants to go for an early expansion, then he has to keep that in mind.
Yeah, so is it still safe to go for the fast expand on this map?
In a way, yes, because if you can keep your probe alive long enough to see if speed is done for Zerglings, you can always put something like a pylon there, or even block it with probes. So, in a way, you can still do it. Just I would say that you have to absolutely keep your probe alive. Otherwise, it's a very big gamble.
Oh, hold on. Let me fix this.
All right.
There we go. Okay, sorry guys for not showing the in-game video. There we go. It's fixed now. Good thing people alerted me to that, so yeah.
I will try to keep the chat open just in case. Since you're doing the observing, I can at least check on that.
Yeah, alright, so we've got an overpull for Bakuryu, pretty standard build. It's pretty much the go-to build in any TVP right now. Meanwhile, Dewalt's going for the fourth fast expand here.
He's at 11 and he's not... Okay, he's going now with a probe, but it's slightly late. If you look at his minerals, he has quite a lot of minerals.
Exactly, so his fort's going to be built around 300 minerals.
Okay.
Which should still be in time to make a cannon against any kind of overpull. So I guess it's fine.
Yeah, also, in a way that, considering that Bakuryu didn't manage to scout Dewalt on the first position with the first Overlord, then...
Oh, I got caught.
Oh, the probe got found. Nice.
It's going to build an extractor here, or it can just run away.
It's a pretty smart move by Dewalt. I mean, most even very good players don't actually do that with their probe.
It's just unfortunate he didn't actually end up blocking the hatchery later. But,
yes. Just a heads up, a very short, Artanis. I will have to pick up something when they call me through the door, but it's going to take like 30 seconds or so.
Okay. I think I can hold on for 30 seconds, maybe.
Alright, so we see a third hatch, like it's pretty standard, but I always think that the one thing that I don't know about Zergs is, what's the difference between taking your third hatch before or after you take the gas?
If you take it before, like if you take it after gas, you're just going to have slightly more minerals, you're going to have an easier time building drones going to that 3 hatch Spire into 5 hatch Hydra build. If you take it earlier, I guess you can tech up a little bit earlier, get Hydras out, and I don't know, if you want to be aggressive or go for some kind of Hydra bust or Hydra pressure, that's generally what you want to go with.
The reason I asked was because one thing that I always wondered is, usually when you get the gas earlier, right, before your third hatch, then you're also going to have more drones out of your minerals. But in the gas. So in theory, you want to maybe do something early, aggressive with it. I mean, of course, teching. I know you can tech earlier. That's easy to understand. But does that mean that it's more probable that it will be something like a Hydra push?
Yeah, definitely. I think that's definitely the case. And I personally also have gone for some hatch cancel builds. It's not really a pro thing by any means, but yeah, you can go for a 2 hatch. Hydra bust, and you cancel the third hatch if you're going to be really sneaky. So that's the C rank player build of the day. For all of you watchers that want to try something.
Well, I'm kind of like pretty much I would say D+ now, so it's still better for me.
Fair enough.
So anything else interesting? We still have drones so far, so nothing crazy yet. Lair is the timing of the lair compared to is there a Stargate? Yeah, no, just the core is about to finish, so I think it's about standard, not that big of a difference.
All right, I'm gonna actually turn my microphone down a little bit because apparently it's louder than yours. Okay.
All right. Yeah, my microphone, unfortunately, I don't have a very powerful audio interface, so some people have told me that my mic is always a little bit too low.
All right. Yeah. So Stargate going down, pretty standard build by Dewalt here, going for that Corsair. The wall looks a bit funky. Like I think if Bakuryu went for some kind of massive lingo in, that Dewalt would be in a lot of trouble here.
But I think Bakuryu's that's not his style.
Yeah.
I think he always likes to play the late game. He really enjoys the, I would say, the outsmarting your opponent in the mid to late game, I think.
Yeah, I definitely agree. But I mean, if your opponent gives you a window to just kill him, generally just go fucking kill him.
Of course. One thing that I do wonder, there is speed for Zerglings, so maybe a run by.
I don't think with 8 links it's a very good idea to run by against 2 cannons.
Just, that's why I'm thinking it's weird that he made speed so early.
Well, I think he got speed after he made the lair, which is pretty standard timing for Zerg.
Oh, okay.
So let's see. Yeah, Bakuryu is just droning up 31 drones right now to the 34 probes. He should overtake Dewalt shortly.
And let's see. One thing that I don't like from Dewalt is that I know he's a very, very good player, of course, but I don't like that he's playing kind of standard against Bakuryu, because Bakuryu, although I wouldn't call him like the highest maybe mechanical skilled, he's really smart at doing some.
Oh, Bakuryu is really smart. It's definitely his strongest.
Playing standard against him might be a little bit, I would say, tossing a coin a little bit.
What would you prefer him to do?
I would like him maybe to do something like what Gem likes to do, or even perhaps going for a speed lot kind of an attack and then go to double Stargate. I'm not saying that's better. I'm just saying that it forces a lot more mechanics from the Zerg, because they have to do a lot more early on. Maybe forcing an error. Oh, what?
Oh dear, he went for move command. That was not good, but it looks like he's going to be fine. There's too many zealots for these links to handle, so he's going to have to run back a little bit. It's going to force Bakuryu to make a few units, but Walt's probably going to go back. But go into your question. I'm not entirely sure.
To pick up now the stuff. Just
okay. So I'll go into that later. So Bakuryu is just getting his defenses out now. He's getting Creep Colony down. Creep Colony at his wall as well on the Fort base. Our Temper's going to come out, but there are Overlords there, so he should be fine. He's actually going for Lurker rather than hider speed or hider range from the get-go. So he's going to really turtle up, get some Lurkers down here, some Lurkers behind his natural as well, and really try to focus on making that that 4-base economy work for him. He's going to expand there very shortly, probably. So in the meantime, Dewalt, he's got 2 Corsairs out. I'm not sure if he's making any more. He's not right now. Templar Archives is out. I don't think there's a robotics facility underway yet, so... Bakuryu's plan here is probably going to be to try and delay Dewalt's 3rd base for a little bit as he takes his own 4th base, but it's gonna depend a lot on Dewalt's robotics timing here.
Okay, let's see what I missed. Okay, Lurker. We do see Lurkers already being done by Bakuryu, so okay, that's something. Upgrades seem to be started on 1 Evo, and on the other side we already had the fort spinning. The +1 is done, but we don't see a follow-up yet in the upgrade department for Dewalt. This is, I think, something very important. I think Mondragon used to say that upgrades in ZVP for both players is kind of like about 20% of the game if it goes to late game. So
interesting.
I remember he's saying that because, especially of course about the Zergling and Zealot thing, but also because of maybe killing an Evo is very good, or killing the Forge early on is very good. Just something to consider.
Alright, so Dewalt's going to try and continue on with this attack. I'm not sure I really like this. I think he got too many losses here, and he's not really gaining much from it, so it's a bit unfortunate for him. Bakuryu's macro is slipping up a little bit, unfortunately.
So is Dewalt's.
Oh yeah, it is. So, but Dewalt's going to throw in a macro round right now, and he's going to be fine. So let's see if Dewalt's going to get his expansion up before Lurkers can deny it. Lurkers coming in right now.
And Storm is about to finish, so even if one lurker won't be a problem, but more definitely.
Yeah. So Bar's facility is going to complete in, well, just about now. It's going to need to get an observatory and then he'll be able to expand. It's going to have to wait a little bit.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about the fact that he has to wait for the ops. That actually, I think, means that Bakuryu will easily take his fourth earlier, which is not. It's actually a big deal, I think, because it slows down a little bit your production as the Protoss, because you obviously will have a little bit over mints since you are not making the Nexus.
Yeah. Okay. One thing I don't really like is that Bakuryu took a while to take his fourth base. He's already made 2 macro hatcheries in his main base before he got that fourth base. That's a bit unfortunate. But yeah, lurkers are now killing this wall. He's going to be able to get the forge before the upgrade completes, most likely, depending on when the observer completes. Actually got a shuttle first before getting the observer.
I mean, the problem that I see right now is that with so many hatcheries, even if this drop from the High Templar does some damage, and with some decent echo, I think Bakuryu will be able to replace drones relatively fast, whereas Dewalt still didn't take his third, so...
Yeah, it's a tricky position for Dewalt right now. It's going to drop him with 3 Zealots and 1 High Templar. But the natural's looking quite saturated. If he gets a good storm off, he could kill a lot of drones right here.
Definitely. I'm just saying that it's probably not as bad right now, because still there's nothing threatening to attack, actually, so...
Yeah. Here comes the drop. It's a good storm!
Oh, good one.
5. He gets 5. Oh my god, that's a great storm. He gets 9, 10 drones with the High Templar, but the mutas take it out. Actually revealing the mutas right now. I don't think Dewalt has seen them before.
Yeah. Definitely, Bakuryu didn't want to show the mutas like this, but...
Yeah.
Still, let's remember that still we don't have a third for Dewalt, so...
Yeah. This one lurker is being a hero for Bakuryu. The observer finally making its way down to the third base. It's going to be able to take that third base, and Dewalt's probably going to be looking to drag this game out and go to the late game as he always likes to do.
I don't think this map works very well for the Zerg, I think, actually.
That was...
yeah,
not a good storm. Oh well. Dewalt trying to defend desperately against the attack here of Bakuryu, but the muta's getting a lot of damage done right now. There's not lots of air for Dewalt. Just 2 High Templars and 2 Corsairs, and a lot of Dragoons actually, but they're all stuck in a different place.
Yeah, the ramp is actually bottlenecking the Dragoons a lot. So Dewalt actually losing a little bit of kind of his macro and everything else because of that.
Yeah, so actually Bakuryu's macro is really good right now. He's down to 300 minerals. So.
But he did lose some drones, right? So
yeah. But still, I mean, he's harassing the economy of Dewalt very nicely. He's building up a large Hydra force to defend against any kind of counterattack. So I think Bakuryu is in a very good position right now.
There is only one thing that I don't like for Bakuryu, and is that he's taking a little bit longer than I would expect him to get to Hive, because he has the economy now to do it, and with that heavy Dragoon composition, getting early Hive is pretty efficient for the Zerg. But I still think it's a decent position for Bakuryu.
So yeah, Dewalt finally gets his third base down. It's going to complete in a few seconds. But I'm not sure he has enough probes to really saturate it immediately. He's got 48 probes, which I don't think is a full saturation on free base, so he might want to build a few more.
Yeah, he does need the gas though. The gas is very important right now for Dewalt.
Yeah, he will have a pretty easy fourth base to take on the path to Bakuryu. Though Muta Harass could be a bit annoying. I don't think the Mutas are going to last too much longer. They generally don't really last into the late game, so that shouldn't be an issue.
That's kind of why I thought about the fact that it might be a little bit difficult for Bakuryu, because if you look, once the fourth is taken, from the fourth to the third that Bakuryu took, there's actually a direct line. There's nothing in between.
He's going to snipe a High Temper? Oh no, he didn't get it. Targeted down?
Oh, one storm doesn't do it.
Oh, he gets 1 High Templar for 2 Mutas. I'm not entirely sure that was worth it, but I actually think it is, because he's only got 1 High Templar left.
Yeah, exactly. 1 High Templar left, and it doesn't have the energy upgrade, so max storm from there.
Yep, so Zergling's trying to put down a flank here. He's got some Hydras here as well. He's going to try and flank, but Dewalt captures a few units right here. He's going to try and kill more Hydras.
Oh my god, Bakuryu doesn't know that there's only 1 High Templar, because he could definitely just attack normally this. I think it would definitely be a pretty good fight for him, even if there is good storms with only 2 of them.
Yeah, I don't really like this attack with Dewalt. I think he needs to wait for more Templars, but here we go. Bakuryu moving in with a lot of Zerglings, 2 armor against all these Dragoons.
This is going to be it, I think.
I don't think he can defend against this. There's so many Zerglings right now, and the Dragoons are really not good against Zerglings. They're getting torn apart. The Zealots are trying to deal some damage, but they're not really managing to do so with the 2 carapace upgrades of the Zerglings just being too much for them. All the Dragoons are falling, and the Hydras are killing all of them, and this is a great engagement from Bakuryu.
Oh my god, this is a huge gas investment lost with all these Dragoons. That's you can't recover really well from something like that as Protoss.
Yeah, and Bakuryu takes a massive supply lead right now. The 2 carapace upgrades really helping out there, and GG is called by Dewalt.
There it is.
And Bakuryu.
Yeah. Bakuryu says that he did know that there was only 1 High Templar, so I assume he only wanted to wait until the army actually engaged to do the Sunkens, so that then he would have more separated fire from the Protoss.
Alright, so that was game number